What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Put 'em on a Poster podcast. If you're new to the channel, my name's Chandler, but let's get into the video today, man. So, in case you missed it, the Lakers played the Thunder yesterday. LeBron put up 38 points last night, but the thing that's most important about this game last night was LeBron James broke the all-time scoring record. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he's been taken down, and everyone's been saying like, a lot of people around the league have said, or like a lot of like legends in the game have said, they thought this record was unbreakable, and LeBron has just broke it. It's incredible to fully think about, man. But this game last night, it was a really good game. It was pretty close. I mean, it was only a 3-point game. It was like 106, 103, I think, something like that. I can't remember the exact score, but it was a really good game. Bron, he was going crazy, man. And just, talking about the Thunder real quick before we get back to the Lakers. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had a great game. J-Dub, Jalen Williams. Oh my God, dude. I love J-Dub, man. He was amazing last night. I think he put up 25, 26. He was incredible. He deserves all the love. Jalen Williams, the other Jalen Williams, he's playing amazing last night, shooting the ball great. Muscala, same deal. Or Josh Giddey doing a little bit of everything. The team just played really, really good last night, and I'm really happy. The Thunder are taking the right steps, and as a Thunder fan, I love seeing it. I hope this team really starts to get back into playoff contention and gets into playoffs sometime soon. I think it's just really interesting that you get the opportunity to add Chet Holmgren next year, the number 2 pick this year, which obviously due to injury he didn't get to play, but it's kind of interesting to think about. You're going to get these guys back. You're going to get a pick this year that may or may not be in the lottery, but regardless, it still will be, or you'll still get a decent player out of this draft, or that's the plan, is to get a decent player out of this draft. I'm excited as a Thunder fan. We got a bunch of picks down the line too. I can't wait to see what happens. I hope the Thunder maybe make a small move, maybe try a little buy. I'm not saying they need to buy in to try to potentially make the play in or make a playoff spot, but I think it'd be cool if we did, but that's not something that I don't think we necessarily need to do. I think if anything, we should get rid of these older vets. I mean, it's obviously nice to have them for development purposes, but maybe you make the sacrifice, you get rid of these vets, maybe you get some more picks for the future, just keep building up that war chest of picks, and maybe you make something big out of it later on down the line. But let's get back to talking about the Lakers. So LeBron James, great game last night. Russell Westbrook put up like 25 points. He actually shot well from 3 last night. He was like 3 of 6 from 3. He was playing great last night, and he carried the Lakers in that fourth quarter. Like after Bron broke the record in the third, he kind of just took it back, let it take a seat back, enjoy the ride. But Westbrook killed it in that third quarter. I mean, he went on like a 10-0 run by himself in the last couple minutes to even keep this game close for the Lakers, because the Thunder were pulling away. I mean, even when Bron broke the record, like the Thunder from the second quarter on, they really had like a 10-point lead and kind of maintained it until towards the end of the game, where you see Westbrook start to take over. And they started dominating, or they were really bringing it close. I mean, they made it a 3-point game. Obviously, due to time, circumstances, whatever, just not enough time on the clock to potentially tie it up. But it was still a really good game. But the main point of this video is, what else does LeBron James have to prove to be the greatest player of all time? Because, I mean, you look around, you look at his overall stats. He's first all-time in points now. I think he's 4th all-time in assists. He's something in the 30s for rebounds. He's 4th all time in field goals made. He's like 3rd or 4th all time in free throws made. LeBron James is an incredible player, and me personally, I think he's been my GOAT for a while now. I think Michael Jordan is an amazing player. Don't get me wrong. Michael Jordan is probably the greatest player of all time in terms of what he's done. But in terms of the best basketball player of all time, the most skilled basketball player of all time, LeBron James is number 1. Like there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that LeBron James is number 1, because the things that he's doing is crazy. Dude is 38 years old. He's been in the league for 17 years at this point, right? Something like that. 18 years, 19 years. And he's still dominating. It's not like I was talking to my roommates about this last night. LeBron James hasn't had a down season. Like there hasn't been a season where it's like, oh, LeBron's obviously showing signs of regression. There hasn't been that season for LeBron James. He's been that good. And you start to expect maybe some slowing down coming towards the end of his career. In the last couple of years, he's been averaging 30 points per game. He's averaging another 30 point per game season this year. It's just what he's doing at how old he is, and how he's still able to produce like this. It's just crazy. And it really is a testament to him, a testament to how talented, how obviously how great he's been, how much work he's put in. The fact that he's still playing at this age is just that even just playing alone is crazy enough. Like you see these older guys that maybe get to this point in time, like hell, look at Udonis Haslem for the Heat. He's not doing anything. He's just there really to take up a roster spot and mentor the young guys, right? That's what you're expecting from these older guys. You're expecting these older guys to just kind of be there, kind of be the mentor to these younger guys. You're not expecting them to carry your team. You're not expecting these guys to be the number one option on your team, number two option. You're not expecting that from these players. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're not expecting these guys to take over and dominate every single game and keep you in a playoff spot. LeBron James is doing that, and the fact that he's just doing that is incredible in his own right. The Lakers, they have some massive problems. I mean, you look at their team, they have no shooting. They shot amazing last night. Don't get me wrong, they're shooting. I don't know what happened in that game yesterday, but they were hitting a decent amount of threes. I mean, they played good, but you look towards the end of the game, man, they're like the last 5 minutes or so, it was just ugly. It was bad. I mean, you know, I go back to Westbrook. Westbrook had 10 points in this amount of time, or like this last little run. But there was a couple boneheaded plays made by Westbrook, which honestly might have threw the game. I mean, there was a couple plays that he made a couple bad passes earlier in the game. He missed a couple open layups, and towards the end of the game, I mean, there's just a couple more boneheaded plays, man. And I mean, obviously you can tell the frustration with these players. You know, they want to win, they care, they're passionate, they want a title, they want to get another one. It's just things aren't going their way right now. And obviously this team, there's obvious needs. Like what I said, there's shooting, but defense is also a thing too. You don't really have a lot of guys on the team that fully give an effort on the defensive side of the basketball. And as much as I love Patrick Beverley and like what he does, he brings a lot of effort to that side of the ball, but his offense is just terrible. Like, it's different when you have a team that can produce off the bench. You have guys that are talented that can score off the bench. The Lakers don't have that. The Lakers don't have that guy. Like, I mean, you have Westbrook, but Westbrook and Patrick Beverley, that doesn't sound like a good pairing. And obviously, you know, you started Schroeder and you started Pat Bev yesterday as a starting lineup. Those two did not play good together. Those two did not play good yesterday at all, as a matter of fact. And a lot of this has been tying back to with LeBron James. LeBron James has carried this team. He's carried this team in crunch time. He's carried this team to even make games close. A lot of these games with the Lakers so far this season, it's been a lot of crunch time games. There's been a lot of games that have been, okay, it's within 5 to 10 points and so time. Lakers bring it back, they blow it. And it sucks. It's an unfortunate situation. It sucks to even see as a Thunder fan. Like yesterday, I was like, dude, I want LeBron to get this win because it still is a big time moment, and just have it on a game where you win. That's incredible. Thunder took the W, which, you know, obviously it makes me happy as a Thunder fan, but it kind of sucks just looking at historically. You look at this moment, it's like, man, he's going to get some crap for losing this game, but it's a sad situation that's going on with the Lakers right now. They just need to make some moves. I mean, you can look around the league. Maybe if you're going like with Detroit, maybe you go get Bojan Bogdanovic. Maybe you go get Alec Burks from those two would be fantastic shooters that you could add on. You got to throw Westbrook at least to one of these teams, or try to throw Westbrook to one of these teams. Now, what I think they should do, I don't think they should throw both of the first round picks in one trade. Obviously, you're not going to get a big time package if you don't, because Westbrook isn't a super valuable player. But those picks are very valuable down the line. Who knows if LeBron James will probably be retired by then, but if not, I doubt LeBron James is going to be doing what he is now. And who knows if he'll even be on the Lakers then? That's 5 years down the line, 7 years down the line. Like, I mean, you just don't know what's going to happen. And obviously, it's a risk trading those picks. But if I'm the Lakers, I'm trading those picks, but I'm not combining them both into one trade unless it was for someone like, you know, let's say Kyrie Irving that was available. I think if you trade Russell Westbrook in one pick, and then maybe you throw in someone later on, like maybe you throw in Patrick Beverley to try to make contracts work. Maybe you could potentially throw in Lonnie Walker, who's had a good season, but injuries have kind of messed him up so far. Maybe you throw in one of these guys and you go get another pick and you add another big time shooter. And so maybe you could have a lineup of let's say if you do decide to throw both of the picks, maybe you could have Conley, Jared Vanderbilt, and Malik Beasley on your team, or maybe Conley, Jordan Clarkson, Jared Vanderbilt alongside LeBron and AD. That would be a really good lineup, but I just think that maybe you could get away with throwing one of these picks and maybe you could end up with someone just like straight up bogey straight up, and maybe you throw in Patrick Beverly, Patrick Beverly in a first, and maybe you get yourself another guard, maybe get some backup guard play that can shoot, and you just have a way better fitting team around LeBron James and the Lakers, because that's what they need. They need shooting. Like, it's pretty obvious. They're one of the worst shooting teams in the league, and they just don't have any guys that can really shoot it and shoot it confidently, and you know it's going to go in. It's a lot of inconsistency on that team, but just going back to LeBron, man, in my opinion, the best player of all time, and in my opinion, at this point, the greatest player of all time. What else does he have left to prove? But if you like the video, hit that like button. If you like more, or if you like content like this, hit that subscribe button. It means a ton to me, man. Just, it really helps the channel grow. Just hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow a lot, helps it get out to people, and it means the world to me in the long run. So I appreciate it so much. But I'll see y'all in that next video, man. Peace.